Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well. Let's see today's question. So today's question we are taking this up from the topic of inverse trigonometric functions. And if I talk about the question which is given to us here from this topic, the question tells us let alpha is equal to, we have been given tan of 5 pi by 16. So tan of 5 pi by 16 into sine of 2 cos inverse of 1 by root 5 and beta is equal to cos of sine inverse of 4 by 5 plus sec inverse of 5 by 3. So that is the entire expression given to us as for alpha and beta, where we have been told that the inverse trigonometric functions take the principal values, and we have been told to find the equation or the quadratic equation whose roots are alpha and beta. Now, if I talk about the options that are given to us here from this question, the options are 15x square minus 8x minus 7 is equal to 0. Second option given to us here is 5x square minus 12x plus 7 is equal to 0. Third option given to us is 25x square minus 18x minus 7 is equal to 0. And the last option given to us here is 25x square minus 32x plus 7 is equal. So we need to figure out which one of the four options is the correct answer for the question given to us. So if I talk about alpha first, tan of 5 pi by 16 into sine of 2 cos inverse x, which is given to us in this case is 1 by root. So if I talk about the question further, to solve this idea of 2 cos inverse x, I can write that further as cos inverse of 2x square minus 1. So if I try to solve this further, I get this entire expansion turning out to become tan of 5 pi by 16 into sine of 2 cos inverse x basically becomes cos inverse of 2x square. So square of that is 1 by 5 minus 1. So we get this entire expansion as tan of 5 pi by 16 sine of cos inverse 2 by 5 minus 1, so that is minus 3 by 5. So I get this entire expansion as tan of 5 pi by 16 sine of cos inverse of minus 3 by 5. I can write that as cos inverse of minus a pi minus cos inverse. So I can write that as entirely pi minus cos inverse of 3. So further I can use that idea again. Sine of pi minus theta. So we already know pi minus theta is in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, your sine ratio is positive. So your expression changes to become tan of 5 pi by 16 sine of pi minus theta, that is cos inverse of 3. So your ratio becomes this. Now if I have cos inverse of 3 by 5, let's say if I put cos inverse of 3 by 5 as theta, any angle, I get cos theta as 3 by 5. That if I figure out in a right angle triangle, cos theta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So adjacent side, let's say this is theta, so adjacent side becomes 3x, hypotenuse becomes 5x. If you solve it by using Pythagoras theorem, you will get this as 4x. So with that idea, I get sine theta as 4x upon 5x. That gives me theta as sine inverse of x, and x gets cancelled and I get 4 by 5. How you get this as 4x upon 5x? Because sine theta is opposite side upon hypotenuse, where hypotenuse is 5x. So you get theta as sine inverse of 4 by 5. So if you see here, you get tan of 5 pi by 16 into sine of cos inverse. Instead of that, I can write as sine inverse. Sine inverse of what? So sine inverse of theta, that becomes sine inverse of theta is theta. So you get 5 pi by 16 into 4 by 5. If you solve this further, 4 ones are 4 twos are 5 ones are 5 ones are. So you are left with tan of pi by 4. And tan of pi by 4 is tan of 45, which is 1. So you get the answer for the value of alpha as 1. So your value for alpha basically becomes 1 here. Let's talk for beta bit. Beta, if I talk about beta in this case is cos of sine inverse 4 by 5 plus you have it as sec inverse 5 by 3. So if I apply and solve this idea now, let's convert sine inverse as well as sec inverse in terms of cos inverse. We just saw sine inverse of 4 by 5. I got it when cos inverse was 3 by 5. So instead of sine inverse of 4 by 5, I can write that as cos inverse of 3 by 5. And sec inverse of 5 by 3, I know sec theta is inverse of cos theta. Sec theta is 1 by cos theta, reciprocal. So basically, if I want to write it in terms of cos inverse, I'll again take the reciprocal. So that becomes 3 by 5 again. So if I solve this further, my beta value turns out to become cos of cos inverse 3 by 5 plus cos inverse 3 by 5, that is 2 times cos inverse 3. So that makes it cos of 2 cos inverse x is cos inverse of 2x square. So 2 into 9 by 25 minus 1. So you get that as beta turning out to become cos of cos inverse basically gives you cos of cos inverse theta is equal to theta. So you are left with 18 by 25 minus 1. That gives you 18 minus 25 minus 7 upon. So you get the value of beta also. Once you have alpha and beta known, alpha is given to us as 1, beta is minus 7 by 25. We know a quadratic equation whose roots are alpha and beta is given by x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta is equal to 0. If I put that values 1 minus this is 7 by 25 x minus or plus 1 into minus 7 by 25 is equal. So you get x square minus this becomes 25 minus 7, so 18 by 25 x plus here you are getting minus 7 by 25 is equal to 0. If I multiply throughout by 25, I get 25x square minus 18x minus 7 is equal to 0. So if you see that matches with which option? That matches with the option C. And if I talk about the answer that I get from this question, it is option C. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions which deals with some ideas of inverse trigonometric functions. So here first expression we used was 2 cos inverse x, that was cos inverse of 2x square minus 1. Second idea we used here was cos inverse of minus some value is pi minus cos inverse of that same value. Then we used the other idea that was sine inverse of 4 by 5 is equal to cos inverse of 3 by 5. Then further we used the other idea again that was same. 2 cos inverse of theta is cos inverse of 2x square minus 1. And we got alpha and beta. Once we got the values of alpha and beta, we just found our quadratic equation that matches with option C. So C becomes the correct answer for the question given to us. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions which deals with the ideas of inverse trigonometric functions. I'll see you again tomorrow with some other question from some other topic. And we are going to continue our questions on 11, 12 as well as JEE mains. So stay tuned for more videos to roll out. Also, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Do share these videos with your friends also who are involved in the preparation of the questions on JEE mains. So they can also take the benefit from these questions which we are solving on a daily basis. Thank you.